All right. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. This is episode something 50 something of Rogues to Riches. What are we up to now? 54?
50, 54.
Yeah, 54. The episode that almost didn't happen because I have no internet. So we'll see how well this works running off of my mobile phone. Um, but yeah, now we left off. It was September the 3rd. We had a little flash forward in time where we saw Klaus's arrival and his negotiation with Joop van Ooms. That faded to black. Um, he's not going to be back to non-spec for like a week, a little more than a week. It'll be the 11th of September when they arrive back. So over that 8 days of time, anyway, what is there anything specific anybody wants to get done?
Yes.
Okay, Nigel,
Yeah.
what do you
First,
want
I
to?
need to learn. I need to take however many days to learn Magic Missile, and then I plan on summoning something.
Okay, how many days will it take to learn Magic Missile? That's a good
I'll
question.
take 3 days.
Let me grab my dice. What do I roll? A D3 per level?
It's a D3. Yeah, it's first level, 1D3, 10 silver per day.
Yeah,
Okay, and
it's a level times D3.
you're gonna spend 3 days doing it.
Okay.
Okay, so spend the money, 30 silver piece, whatever. Done. You spend your 3 days studying. Um, and you just learn it, right? Is there a role or anything for
Yeah, you just learn it.
Ronnie? Am I forgetting something about learning magic spells? There's something about failure or anything of that sort? No?
There's only failure for researching new spells.
Yeah.
That,
Cool.
that could cause you to get cursed and other crazy
But
stuff.
I
like
think
that.
we should have a cool scene of where Nigel finds out what his magic whistle looks like.
That would be really cool for sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, since we're doing this, is all going to be kind of flashing forward and back in days, etc. But Nigel, the third day, you've finished the magic missile. You've learned it.
Excellent.
I'll
So
let
my
you cast it once for free to test it out and show it off.
all right. Well, I'm what, level 5, so it looks like 5 spider legs coming out of my back, and then when they hit you, they just disappear or whatever, and then it'll
Cool.
grow legs as I get more missiles.
Do they shoot out then for long range stuff like that?
Yeah, it's
Cool.
just like for the image, it looks like giant legs coming and reaching for you.
Nice. Very cool. All right. So you've got your magic missile. And then you wanted to summon something?
Yeah, alone at night by myself, and I'll probably regret it, but that's what I'm doing. I gotta get my own little servant, more powerful than Hobbs is.
There's plenty of horses left.
Anything else? Anybody else is doing in those first 3 days before Nigel possibly ends the world?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What would that be?
I'll let Antonio go first. So
First thing I want to do is transcribe Fast Blood into the Malleus
What level is it?
Deus. It is a second level spell, so I'll spend 6 days doing that.
Okay, so you'll still be doing that when
This is the same
when he
book I'm running out
casts
of.
summon. Is it from Hobbes's book?
The second level spell, yes.
What book are you
I'm
learning
learning-
out of, Nigel?
I'm learning out of the Malleus.
my
right?
book. No.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Hey,
and I would be trying to copy, so I can't. If he's copying in out of learning out of the Malleus, well, shit. And it took you 3 days to do that?
Yep.
Start a new spell book.
I don't have a spell book, though, that I can use.
I think there's like 100 silver in the book. I'm sure you could just make one out of 100 silver.
Yeah, but I'm also in the middle of a small town here, so
Boston's only a few hours away.
I guess I don't want a new book, though.
Okay.
I guess I could start a new book.
You can write it into mine.
Nope. You're using yours.
Oh,
You're
You
yeah.
using
can't
yours.
because you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you can
Guess-
write it. You can make a scroll out of it and then transfer it later.
Gosh, no way. That's gonna take way too long.
Yeah,
Too
much
many
money.
wizards, not enough spell books.
Guess I got a new spell book then.
Who has your spell book, Hobbs?
I do.
Antonio.
Oh, Antonio
Yeah,
does, right. So
and
what
I
are you
have his-
copying yours into? Another book?
Oh shit, that's right.
Right.
I guess we would have to be in the same room then, right? And
No, we couldn't because you need
No,
to have the
couldn't.
book there. Yeah,
Yep.
you can't all because I'd be trying to flip to another page and you'd be flipping to a different one, and
It would not
well,
work.
I'm just trying to learn
Not
Charm
work.
Person, so I guess you can let me learn that first, and then you do yours second.
sure.
Can't we teach each other? No,
Nope.
it has to be written.
It's all very personal.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess
mean,
I am not
I'll
doing
let you
anything
guys,
for
if
3
you guys
days.
want, I'll let you buy new books. Boston, like I said, is only a few hours away. It'd take you a day to get
Nah.
a book.
I think Antonio and Hobbs should have a date to Boston.
And I
together.
think you also have other things you want to do in Boston too. Like you wanted to get a hold of your
Oh, I do. The mason.
your mason
or
and
the
woodworker,
house
all that
builder.
stuff.
Yeah.
By the way,
Hey,
Merrick,
Hobbs,
actually, sorry,
Yes.
quick game question. Do you remember how much I charged for that stuff? Because I can't find it in the notes.
I don't. Because we had. I don't remember. No. But it's in
Okay.
the book. We use the stuff the rules in the book. But we went with Halfstone, so I don't know if that's in the book or if it was just something that we kind of gamed up.
I don't even know if stone is in the book.
I'm pretty sure it is. Let's see here.
As I recall, it says in the book something along the lines. I have to find it. Equipment.
Hobbs, if you're going to town to get a book, grab me one too.
Lodging.
All right.
Rent. The cost to buy instead of rent is 100 times the listed monthly rental price. So rent 1 month per 10 square. Okay. Right.
And we said something about wood being like a certain percentage of that, and half stone and then full stone.
100 times. Okay. So that would be 3,000 silver pieces per 10-foot square.
That just seems so crazy.
Is that what we were going with? It didn't seem to cost that much when we built your house.
It didn't, yeah.
Oh, sorry, that was city prices. Rural prices would be half that. So
Right.
1,500 silver pieces per. We might have done that.
I think we did use rural prices.
Man, I
It's
wish we had
30
fucking written that
gold.
down in the notes somewhere.
Yeah, it's 30 gold per 10-foot square, even still, at half price.
30 gold? No.
Yeah. It's 1,500 silver,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's 30 gold, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, divided by 50.
Okay.
That's 30 gold. That just seems like really the prices sometimes in this game just seem way out of whack.
Man, maybe we won't mess with all that right now. Maybe we'll save that bookkeeping for later because I'm gonna have to go back and watch a previous episode because I cannot remember what we agreed for cost.
Right.
And I thought it'd be written in the notes.
We don't have, we don't have enough money for that.
But it is not. I do have the value of your house was 36,000 silver pieces before it burned down, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we can figure it out from that later. But in the meantime,
when can we collect our insurance on it? You know,
yeah, right.
Out.
What is a gold? Is a 50 silver?
Yeah.
50 silver is a gold. All right. So, anything else anybody else wants to cover over the next few days before
Yes.
Nigel potentially ends the world?
Yes.
Luciana, 3 days.
Yes. Well, she wants to kind of redo the bar. She wants to make a new sign for the Medina Inn, and try sort out keys and maybe redecorate a little bit.
Okay. Well, in the 3 days, you can find keys.
Yeah.
You'll find like 10 keys, right?
Yeah, I think
And
also we should probably want to, because are there not locks on the door? Are
there are
they just
not. No,
the,
no. The only one room upstairs has a lock, and that's the one that Antonio inhabits,
I
where
think
Nigel is doing his studying currently.
I think especially in the long run, if they do, 'cause should think long term. If they get the house up and running and people move out of here, she'll rent out the rooms up there. So in the long run, should want to get some locks on those doors as well. So should work towards
Okay, getting a
setting up.
locksmith to install locks on those doors.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can figure that out. Um,
just making the place look nice again, and making it more, keeping it English, but maybe adding a bit of the Spanish vibe. I don't know. I don't know how she would. Maybe more elaborate colors.
so a locksmith would be a craftsman.
Yeah.
Okay.
But figuring out how much this will be is
So how many locks would that be? We said you had 8 rooms plus
yeah.
the suite. So you want 8 locks. So that's 80
Mm,
silver for 8 locks, right?
yeah.
To hire a locksmith to come out and do all that work too. Let me double check that. That's a monthly wage, right? Okay, so okay, be about 100 silver pieces,
What's that in gold? Like
2 gold.
fuck yeah, Jesus, yeah, she has plenty of gold.
Okay, you could get that done in the 3 days. When you do you distribute keys to the people with the rooms, and you give them keys to the
Um,
front door as well?
I give everyone their keys to their rooms,
Hmm.
but I give everyone but Hobbs a key to the front door.
Okay.
Mainly out of spite. She will give him one eventually, just
She doesn't. He's
out
gonna
of
have to come down
anger.
and collect it or ask for it. I get it.
Yeah.
Very well.
And then
Hobbs.
obviously if she
Hobbs is
wants a
learning
new
charm
sign,
person. That's first level spell, right? Or is it second?
The first level.
Yeah. So you study it
Yeah.
for 3 days. Spend the money.
Um, yeah, I'll use the fast blood spell.
Okay. That'll take out care of one day.
Yeah, I'll just keep working on it till I finish it.
Okay. You're gonna cast for that fast blood the next day and finish it. So you finish it in
Yeah.
2 days. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
how
Then
long will
I'll
like a new sign and a paint take? Like redecorating in game time?
That would take a lot longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna
Well,
require a lot
that's
more
the long
work
run.
and supplies. You can
Yeah.
start making plans for it, but you're not gonna be redecorating it in a few days
Yeah. That's
or
true.
even in a
you know,
week. Don't worry, but it's definitely on there. It's a plan to do.
I'll relearn. I'll redo my spells for the day, and then I'll give my spell book to Antonio.
Okay. So Antonio, then you're gonna start studying from or transcribing whatever from Hobbes's book, right? On that day, that'd be the 4th day.
Fourth day, yes.
Okay, no problem. So you start working on fast blood. You're gonna do it for 3 days, yeah?
It's actually a second level spell, so
Oh,
I'm
6
gonna spend
days. Okay.
however long it takes. It's D3 times 2.
Yeah, you won't finish that until after Klaus gets back.
Okay.
That's fine. No problem. Okay then. So Nigel. Oh wait, anything from Cole, our sheriff?
No, not really. I mean,
Just keep an eye on the
he
town.
already had
People
set
start
everything.
people start to come back from around the various farms and check it out. See that it's under new ownership, that it's been cleaned up, and they're still serving food and drink. Luciana, you'll be cooking a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be kept quite busy, and your cousins will be kept busy too, helping around, cleaning up and everything else. serving
Yeah,
drinks.
she'll be
'cause-
happy.
Yep. You still have 6 horses anyway, because Klaus took 1. But yeah, Nigel, let's talk about your summoning.
All right.
This was inevitable. This
Before I do that, I'm going to prepare summon, magic missile, and charm person for my first level stuff
was okay.
in case something goes wrong.
Okay.
And then I'll go out into the woods to the same place that me and Hobbs did it,
Okay.
out in the woods behind the burnt house.
Yeah, there's probably still blood stains on the ground from the horses.
Yeah. And I'll do it. I don't take no sacrifices.
What time of the night do you go?
Midnight.
Okay. Okay. So tell me how you proceed with your spell.
Well, I don't have any circles or sacrifices or anything, so I just do the basic version.
Okay. So how powerful a hit die? How powerful a creature? How many hit dice?
3 hit die.
3? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Make a saving throw versus magic, please.
I got it. 20.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Roll a d12 for me, please.
D12.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Awesome. Okay. Now, next step. Base hit die the creature. Okay. Roll a d6, please.
3.
Okay. Roll again.
6.
Okay. We move on. Now, roll another d6 for me, please.
3.
Okay. Roll again, please.
3.
Aha, okay. Okay, moving on from there. Step 5. Okay, so we each roll 1d20. Caster, you get to add your level, and that's it because you don't have any circle modifiers or sacrifice modifiers. Creature adds its hit dice and a +1 for every power. Okay, yep, no problem. How did you roll?
I got 17.
Okay. Okay. So let me just see, is there anything else I need to roll after this? I think we're done. Yep. Okay. So you summon forth this insectoid, kind of spidery, but a lot more like exoskeleton like creature. It's about the size of maybe like a golden retriever, right?
Okay.
And it's there before you, and it communicates to you almost telepathically. Yes, my master, what do you wish of me?
How long is he here for?
Oh, you dominated him severely. So you can ask, let me see here, specifically, you can demand a longer service from the creature without needing to consciously direct it. The details must be communicated in a clear and succinct manner. So,
I want you to stay in these woods until I call upon you.
what is your call?
I'll come get you. Or you'll know. You'll know it's me.
Yes, master. And it slinks off into the woods and vanishes from your sight quickly.
So I just released a monster into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm pretty satisfied with myself. That went well. I'll go back to town.
Okay.
Go to bed dreaming about power and an army of demons.
Okay. Well, you didn't end the world. Congratulations.
There'll just be some strange sightings reported occasionally. I don't
Indeed.
know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, just eat small rabbits and things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um,
And then if I ever need it, I'll go get it.
several days will pass. We can go all the way up, I guess, to see up to the 11th, so another week from now or whatever it is. So, um, how long are you going to be? You got that 6 days. Oh no, actually, you said Klaus would be back, didn't I? What day is this? It was September 3rd. Okay, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Oh yeah, yeah. Klaus will be back before you finish studying from Hobbes' spellbook. And Hobbes, what were you going to do after you had learned your charm person and all that? Ronnie, you there? You muted if you are. No? Okay, I guess Ronnie is not there. Oh, he typed "be right back." Okay, I didn't see that. Sorry. All right. Yeah, Luciana. So you're getting people out to look at redecorating, painting, a sign maker. Yeah, to replace that old
Yes.
sign, that old weathered sign.
Yes, and I'll probably try to get replacements or maybe tinker with the chairs and
Hmm.
tables myself to make them a bit more
Okay.
look nicer. Might put I don't know. These days, I don't know what I'll do to them. I'll make them look nice. I
Okay.
don't know.
No problem. You get your brothers in there cleaning stuff down, like you know, polishing whatever. And
I also need to make um like a menu, a price menu,
okay.
and figure out what we
Do you want
what
the
we
original
sell.
menu price?
Uh, if you
I have it.
if you could send me the original at some point,
Yeah, I
because
can do
she
that.
might tweak.
I can do that. It doesn't show. Okay, yeah, it does
Because
show the rooms on here too. Yeah, I'll send that to you. No problem.
yeah,
I'll whip it up as soon as I can.
because you would get because they would get fresh vegetables and stuff from the local farmers, hopefully. So
Sure.
if you could add stuff to, I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go along.
Stop that, stupid. Sorry, my cat's scratching the shit out of my coat. Okay. And Ronnie is still away, I guess. So we will carry on, I guess.
Looks like he had some connection issue for a minute there. I saw something going
Oh,
on with
did he?
his icon thinger.
Yeah, because I kind of want him to be back for when. Let's take a bio break. That's what we'll do. Bio
All right.
break. Sorry, I was thinking. I was like, I don't want to do Klaus's grand arrival back with Joop Van Ooms in his caravan without Ronnie being here, and he might have wanted to do something over those 8 days in between time anyway. He seemed pretty chuffed about learning charm person. So, by the way, Nigel, you still have poor Colin enchanted.
Yeah, I've decided to just let that be. It's probably to my safe advantage. One day I might need that. Until then, I'm not gonna fuck with him or nothing. But this way, he can't fuck with me.
Fair. Fair
Eventually,
enough, I guess.
I thought about trying to just charm everybody, but if it doesn't work, it's not gonna end well. So I shouldn't do that. We'll all be charming each other here soon.
All right, now can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Sound a little strange though.
Yeah.
You do sound kind of tinny, yeah. You're on a laptop mic or something?
Better?
What?
Hold on.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's coming from your headset.
No, it doesn't. It sounds like a room mic. It's really noisy. Done. This menu. Save as image. We are going to put this in Rogues to Riches. RPG stuff. Rogues to Riches. Yeah, right in here works for me. We will call this non-spec in prices. Yes, that's an appropriate name. Because this is no longer the non-spec in.
It is.
No,
The,
it's
the
the Medina
Medina.
Inn.
Yeah.
Is it the Medina Inn or the Medina Inn? The de Medina Inn?
I
The
think she'll just say
de
because she would keep it in English, so it'd be the Medina Inn.
All right, Josh, you want me to send that to you privately, or can I send it in the group?
Oh, you can send it in the group, yeah. Because I'll just change it. I don't know when I'll change it, but I'll try change it as soon as and then put it in there. So if I'm not, but I will send the changes to you to approve.
I went to the grocery store by my house because I was running out of staples like rice and cooking spices and other stuff. And I haven't been there in like a month, and I get to walk all the way down there, and they've been closed since May 15th. I've been closed for like half a month. It's like, what the hell?
March 15th was more than half a month ago.
No, May 15th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they've been
Shit.
closed for like half a month. I'm like, what the heck? Well, that's great. I wonder what all the people who are working there are doing now. Probably unemployed.
I
Alright,
think we were doing that 1,500 silver piece per 10-foot square.
I was
And
trying to math it out because
I think that's what we were doing, but 1,500 silver pieces per 10-foot square, sorry. And then it was 3,000 silver pieces for stone. It was 1,500 for wood. 3,000 if you wanted stone. But yeah, and then if you did like the hybrid, we had a price figured out in between the two. Was that 2,250 or something?
like that was like
I'm pretty sure that's how we
I
worked it
can't
out.
remember because I was trying to do the math and it's 128 10-foot squares, including the basement, and it comes to something like 282.75 or 25 when I tried to math it in to 36,000.
282 silver.
No, just like for the price, it was like 282.25. So I was like, that can't be right.
Oh.
Alright, am I audible now?
Oh,
Yes,
that's much better.
That sounds
Okay.
great, Ronnie.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out the math for it. But it's
Man,
gonna
I
be
can't
we're
find
gonna
it either.
rebuild it as
I gotta
stone.
find that, man. That was in the. We put it in one of the Facebook groups. I think it was in the Lamentations group.
I can check that. Let's see here. Roads to riches.
Here we go. Found a post I put. Okay, here's what I did. So I determined that the price was for stone, and then I was dividing it for simple wood constructions. So half price for wood only, or 3/4 for wood with stone reinforcements. So that's what I did.
Gotcha. Okay.
I found the post. That was
Okay.
21 weeks ago.
That still doesn't make sense in terms of the price. Because you said 36,000 silver is what we came up with?
Your house is worth like 30. Yeah, it might have been 36,000 or 32,000, something like that. I have to look at the notes again. Hold on. It was worth, I should say, 36,000. Yep. But now the wooden portions are burnt out. Stone frame damage is mostly still intact, however. Stone frame's only slightly damaged in one area.
Not really sure how to back price that or how to divide it down to figure out how many 10-foot squares we had at that price.
Don't worry about it. Whatever it was, I remember the value was equal to what you had paid for it. You know what I mean? So.
Also, I've got a quick question. How much would to import Spanish wine over?
Jeez. A lot, probably, because
Yeah.
you're in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly. Because
And
I think
people
she'd
in these
probably.
parts really want wine.
Yeah, but she would want at least a few here, because.
Probably something you can just order from London.
I know exactly the man you'll need to talk to about that, and you'll be meeting him soon.
That'll be fine. Yes. Yeah, because she'd probably want some stuff actually from Spain as well to just make it seem a few a bit ahead of the time, but
Tony will think, oh, Spanish wine. How provincial.
what about getting some Italian wine?
Now you're talking. And then, oh, the French is just like, usually things they are sacre bleu.
Oh, we'll just get one bottle of French wine that we just keep hidden and bring out just in case a Frenchman walks in.
Frenchman walks into an English pub.
A Frenchman, a Spanishman, and an Italianman walk in to an English pub.
Well, Joop is on his way, and he's Dutch. So. Okay. I think everybody's back. Ronnie's got sound again. Here we go. So, Ronnie, we were waiting for your sound again because we want to know what was Hobbs doing over that 8 days of time.
I thought I was going to go with Antonio to get the spell books in Boston. Or did he want to like study or something?
Well, I'm studying.
Okay.
Rather than getting into a spell book. And then eventually I'm going to have to go into Boston, but not right now.
Yeah, I could go by myself, I guess.
Well, here's something. When Luciana got that locksmith in, I wanted to find out if he could make an extra copy of this key that I have, these two keys that I have, one for the chest in the room and one for. But I'm studying, so never mind.
Well, I mean, you could have asked him at some point, or asked her to ask him or something, right? Oh no,
wouldn't know
you
she
don't want
was
to give
doing that.
you don't want to give him the keys. Okay, fair enough. Never mind.
Right.
Something for later then. Okay, no problem. Luciana is looking into costs to redecorate the place. I do believe. Well, yeah, you haven't asked still, so you're studying for 6 days. But eventually, Antonio, you are going to ask about the masonry and stuff to come out and fix up the property.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay. We're gonna have to get on your map making skills again pretty soon here, buddy.
Well, I wouldn't call them skills, but I'll make a new one.
Yeah, we'll work it out. The last one worked was pretty good. It's a pretty good looking plan, and we just had to bastardize it a bit, right? Because you want to
Right.
keep the plans
So,
for the lab in the basement. It's all staying the same anyway, right?
yep. So it'd just be a matter of changing the first floor or the
Hmm.
ground floor, the first floor of the
Hmm.
house to have the same footprint as the basement, and then the rest is going to be just garden.
Right. Yeah, because this is gonna be a little one-person home now, right? That's gonna
One or
be
two
the.
people.
Is that
Yeah.
that's gonna be?
It's still going to be a large house.
Hmm?
It's still going to be a large house, so I could make it for 2 or 3 people.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Sounds to me like it's gonna
But
end up
that's
being
up to
like.
Colin if he wants to be the sole person living there.
Sounded to me like it'd be a good place for a sheriff's office, maybe even a jail.
Oh, we could put it. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Jail in Nonsbeck, this little podunk town. But that's up to Colin, or not Colin. Yeah, Colin. That's up to Colin. I want to make sure I get the names right. I'm so used to you mixing them up that now I'm afraid I'm mixing them up. But I got it right. Colin. Right? Something for Colin to ponder on. The nice thing about your job, Colin, your title as sheriff of Nonsbeck, is that it's a pretty peaceful town and there's no real trouble. The days pass, more and more people keep coming back to the inn. And then one day in the morning, um, it's actually quite busy. Luciana, you're running the inn here, of course, as well. Nigel, you're here. Antonio is studying up in his room while this is going on. This is the morning of the 11th of September. Um, and so Christian of Albuquerque, who is a trader and a merchant, is here, as is Violet the Red, traveling minstrel. She arrives late in the morning
Ah, my
with
good friend.
her companion Gail,
Yay!
who used to work here,
Ah,
and a whole bunch of farmers. There's like 30 farmers here before midday. All right. So, Luciana, are you going to make everybody breakfast?
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
make everyone breakfast.
You are going to be busy cooking for 30 people.
Yeah, at the minute I will stick to like the standard
And maybe more, because I
prices.
imagine your friends are around too.
Yeah, as I haven't officially changed the prices yet, they will stay the normal prices for now.
Okay, fair enough. We won't worry about the minutiae of all that right now. But it's just keeping you busy all day, cooking away.
Okay.
You got to have one of your brothers work in the bar, and one of your brothers is just running food and trying to help with wash up, as you're doing wash up as well in the kitchen.
Yep.
Because you need these things clean, and well, you don't have anybody else to do it, so
Yep.
Luckily, it's mainly just splashing it in some water and wiping off the grime.
right. Nigel, what are you doing? Have you been doing any other further studies, or?
yeah, I want to further study, but I want to see Hobbs and say something to him.
What would you have said to Hobbs?
You still got your little hellhound running around?
Yeah, it's around here somewhere.
Well, I got something to show you now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you furthered yourself in the black magic?
Yes, I've furthered myself. And I got
I'm
I got
curious now.
something I owe you. I want to give it back to you one day, but Perhaps not now.
Hmm. Where is this? Where is this magic you speak of?
I'll show you tonight. It's out in the
All
woods.
right, it's a date then.
All right. See you then.
What night do you say this to him on?
I guess the night of the 11th or the day of the
Okay,
11th,
very cool. Perfect.
and then I'll go study. I got some spells to learn.
And so, Luciana, you cooked breakfast, you cleaned up, you did a lot of cleaning while you were cooking breakfast because you had to keep, you know, reusing various dishes.
Yeah.
Then lunchtime comes, and you still have just as many people you have to cook for lunch because the minstrel's staying all day, and so the bar's gonna be packed. You have 30 people in there all day long. Um, the minstrel's name, what did I say it was Violet or no? I named her Yolanda, didn't I?
Anda, yes. Red.
Yolanda the Red.
Yes.
So Yolanda the Red, is just doing her usual minstrel stuff, and everybody's just loving it up, listening to the stories and the songs, singing along, a little dancing, maybe even here and there. Gail doesn't dance too much. She tries, but she's not very good at it. She's still got a limp. Um, she's real happy to see that the place has been cleaned up and turned around. She said it had turned into a real hellhole before she left. But so as you're like just finished, you're serving basically lunch to all of these people, and you're starting to wash up as much as you can as one of your brother or one of your cousins keeps bringing dishes back and going back out to get more. Never ending
I
stream
know.
of mugs and cups and although
I know that
that
feeling.
said, I suppose it's not that bad because they probably just reuse the same shit over and over again for a while.
Yeah, true.
But still plates and stuff you had to clean for the next meal because now you gotta start getting ready for dinner. But then a caravan arrives in town. There are two wagons, one of which is like a luxury traveling wagon. It has some gypsy flair to it in a sense, but it's much more kind of futuristic looking for the time, I guess, modern, whatever. Very artistic. The second one is looks like kind of like a supply wagon. It's a covered wagon, and let me see here. There are two drivers for each wagon. There's two passengers in the passenger wagons. That's four people. There are 10 armed guards all on horseback. Well, no, 8 of them are on horseback. 2 of them ride on the wagons, on the backs of the wagons. So that's what, 14 people show up looking for a late lunch. And one of
Yeah.
them is Klaus. Sorry, make it 15 people because one of them is Klaus. One of them is Joop van Ooms, who you guys, I think, have all seen. You all know what he looks like. He's quite flamboyant. And of course, his companion, the towering, mute black man, Gilles de Rice. Yeah, they're hungry
Hmm.
and thirsty. They've been on the road for a few days.
I will make them a very nice meal then. Especially if I see that Klaus is with them.
Yeah, Klaus is he will be Lucine I said Lucine what the, damn it, I forget.
Luciana.
Luciana.
There we go, Luciana. You will be make sure that the food for this man you put it in my tab, okay?
Uh, pardon, I did not catch that. I think you cut out for me. I think it was my end.
Oh, you heard me or you didn't?
I did not hear you. No.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
He said that to make sure you put their meal in his tab.
Okay. Yes, I will do that. Well, I will get to work then. You get everyone seated. And she just goes off.
Yeah, he would look at you, Benums, and he would be like, "Why don't you have a seat while I get Antonio, and then you two can catch up."
Most of his men Well, actually, they'll split in half. Like I think I said 10 armed guards. Yeah, there was 2 on the wagons and 8 on horseback. So like 5 will stay outside while 5 go inside. The 5 outside, they stay by the stables. Who is running the stables? One of the cousins again? So
We know.
nobody right now.
Yes.
So they've taken over the stables essentially and stabled their own horses because there's nobody running the stables. And they want to guard their two wagons, which they have parked outside. Let's see, the wagons. How many horses would they have pulling the wagons? Probably 2 horses each, plus their 8 horses. So the stable is full again.
Don't get any ideas, Nigel.
By me.
You Van Ooms will call out, "Hey, where is my old friend Antonio Valenti? I received his business proposition. I wish to discuss it with him."
I've never seen this guy before.
Yeah,
And
sit down, sit down. I'll go get him. I imagine Antonio's in his room, right?
Am I still in the middle of trying to transcribe the spell?
yes,
Oh shit! I had stopped doing that. Otherwise, I'll have to start from scratch.
right. So you ignore his knocks.
Yes.
How long are you transcribing for? The whole day?
How many days has it been since I started?
6. You have 2, or no, 4. You have 2
It's
to
been
go.
4 days. Yeah, I just worked
How
until
many
I
days
time to go to
did
sleep.
I have? How many days did I have after the summon?
Let me think about that. Hold on. Three.
All right, I'm going to use that time to try to learn another spell, and then I should be done by the 11th.
Another first level spell?
Yeah,
Yeah, which spell?
detect magic.
Okay, and you study it for 3 days, spend your 30 silver, you got it.
Yep. All right, cool. And then I'm done when.
Assuming you still have a book to study that from. Whose book are you studying it from?
Probably the Malleus.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
So I'm writing this spell into my book before I'm going to transfer it later.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll be in the Malleus unless Malik is Malik. Your name's Merrick, but your character's name is Antonio. Unless he tells me he needs it or wants it, I'll be in that one.
Fair.
The room is large, so he can be in that room with me while we're studying. So we're both in there, I guess.
I'm done by the 11th.
This
Okay.
fucking dickhead. Where's all my dice?
So
My fucking cat attacked my dice apparently while I was outside. And I have no idea where most of them are. All right.
So Nigel know what I'm up to because I'm not answering the door.
yes, I am the proprietor of this establishment. How may I help you, sir?
He looks at you. What is your charisma anyway?
My charisma is 11.
Okay. He says, "Ah, my good man, and a fine establishment it is. I'm an old friend of one of your residents here, I believe, Antonio De Valenti. Or Antonio
Yes,
Valenti, sorry.
yes. He is indisposed at the moment,
Our
deep in
mutual
study.
friend, Mr. Klaus, has traveled here with me. He has
I
fetched me from
cannot.
London, you could say.
Well, he is deep in study, if you understand. I can see if he wants to break his study for an old friend. Let me go check.
Okay. Well, you'll see Klaus when you go upstairs. Klaus is at the door, right?
Yep, he probably knocked quite a few times. So
Yep, nobody's answered.
Did you say? Did you call out to him? He can hear through the door.
Antonio, are you there? I really need you. It's important.
It's Klaus, and he's brought. Who is that man?
Juice Benum.
A Dutchman.
shit! You hear some muffled cursing from back in there. I am at the crux of the matter.
Shall I tell him? Shall I send him away?
Oh, I must complete this. It will
Where's it
be
going?
at least another day or two.
Very well. He is not to be
Damn it.
disturbed, Klaus.
Because yeah, I won't be able to finish that spell otherwise.
Well, you can try. You might have it finished. It's 2d 3 days, right?
Right. And you roll for me.
Yes, I already have. I don't know. It's up to you. Do you want to stop and see?
Like I said, it's very
I'll
important.
give you 4 days worth of research done.
Shit.
Klaus, our research is very important. This guest, we will accommodate him until the time is right.
You don't
I'd have
understand.
to.
It's very important.
What
It
is
really
so
is.
important about this man?
I'll whisper in Nigel's ear about his magical paintings and pretty much what I talked to Jupes about and what he's gonna do for Antonio.
And how'd you ever get him to convince him to do that?
Please don't ask me that.
Well, you all seem to have very eccentric and strange friends. Is this one not out to kill us, though? That's good.
No, we actually saved his life. He's the reason we're here, actually.
Well, I'll have to meet this man. He sounds quite interesting.
You should.
Anyway,
Maybe you can go and stall him.
yeah, well, let's go entertain him until Antonio has done his studies.
And as
Yeah,
Klaus is leaving, he will be like, Antonio, please hurry up.
I will be in a moment. I'll be there in a moment. Damn it. I'm gonna have to. I can't leave Yup waiting. He's done too much for us. He's got a lot of money potentially coming my way. So, well, our money, our way. Well, I think of it as my way, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna have
Well,
to check to
if-
see if the spell is good.
Okay.
If not, I'll have to start again.
I've already done it. And yes, the spell is complete. I rolled 4.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Yes! Eureka!
Yeah, I will
Um,
send Nigel ahead, and I would
But
wait
that
for
won't be
him
until
to-
dinner time, right? Because you wanted to finish what you were working on and then go down.
Right.
Or-
Yes.
So they'll
'Cause I
spend the
have-
day,
Mhm.
entertaining you. So Luciana, oof, boy, is dinner a slog. Hard work. Because you got lunch for 14 and then dinner for 44. Well, more than that, really, because you have other guests as well. Close to 50. Your cousins have got to eat. You got to eat. Your friends have to eat. You know.
I personally know the pain of having to do.
Mhm.
Jesus.
Except for the fact that Luciana is doing all of the food
Yep.
and a good portion of the washing up as well.
So, yeah, she'll just keep going. You might hear her swearing in Spanish a few times. but-
Okay, fair enough. Yolanda is doing a great show, having a great time all day. People occasionally send her a drink or something, you know. Um, people are buying lots of drinks, and
Yeah.
you're selling lots of food too. So you're doing good business.
I'm making money. Hopefully.
Nigel, what would you like to do?
I would talk to this Oomps fellow.
Yes, my good man. You said you own
Mr.
this place, yes?
Yes, but I don't run the place. It's all Luciana. I am more an associate of Mr. Antonio Valenti.
I
I
see.
didn't introduce myself. I'm Nigel Wilcox. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nigel Wilcox. No, Antonio never mentioned you. I'm sorry. He shakes your hand. I am the magnificent Joop van Ooms, formerly of Amsterdam, currently of London.
Interesting. And how do you know our friend Antonio?
Oh, he did some work for me when he was in the provinces. We both made a good amount of money together.
Very good.
I'm an artist.
Ah, that's interesting.
Buy dinner with you.
The painter?
Amongst other things, yes, I paint, I sculpt, I design buildings, and various other things.
Ah, a Renaissance man.
Quite.
Well, you've definitely brought some color to our drab little town.
Oh, that's
We've
very
had
kind of you to say.
we've had some recent troubles. Things are starting to get back to normal.
Oh, yes, Klaus had mentioned some trouble here. He
Yes,
kind of whispers almost. He says, he mentioned some trouble with a cult of some sort.
yes, they burnt the church and some other buildings. It was quite the ordeal.
I see. I do understand my friend Antonio and his other friends had settled here. I suppose you lived here with them, yes?
Yes, I had just recently come to town, I guess, a few months ago.
That would be the burnt out house down the road, just across from here.
Yes, you are
Well,
correct.
I'm sorry for your losses. I will tell all my men to drink twice as much tonight to try to help
No, thank
uh,
you.
a struggling local businessman as much as they can. He claps you on the shoulder.
Yeah, Antonio owns part of the place as well. We're
I
kind of
see.
the silent partners. Luciana runs everything, and she does a hell of a job. I don't see how she does it, or even why she does it, but she seems to have taken to it.
Oh, sounds like a very good woman. I suppose someone should make a wife out of her soon.
Yes, she is quite beautiful, and she cooks well.
Ah, well, I wish you a very happy future together. He smiles.
Oh, if only. I'm probably destined to roam the earth alone.
So whenever I'm ready, I'll come down the stairs.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can just talk with Yoop for hours if you want, Nigel, unless you're
Yeah.
gonna ask him anything quite specific.
Hobbs wants to talk to Oops.
Oops, Hobbs wants to talk to Yoop Van Ooms. You see him
Yeah,
talking
let's
to
get
Nigel.
Hobbs in this conversation.
Nigel, we have a date in the woods tonight, but
Yes, I have not forgotten. Here, meet the magnificent Van Ooms.
we've met before.
Oh,
Mr.
oh, you know
Hobbs,
all of these fellas.
good to see you still above ground. He
I
smiles.
forgot Hobbs is one of
Of
the old companions as well. My
course, I managed to save Oops from the depths of despair.
Indeed. I understand that not all of our companions have fared as well.
oh yes, you lost some friends. The Medina boy and the
I know you and Medina
oh,
were particularly close, Mr. Hobbs, and I'm very sorry.
I'm still not over it, my friend. It pains my heart daily. If only I could speak to him one more time.
Indeed. Um, you have my sympathies. He puts his hand on your shoulder.
Kind of rub my eyes a little bit.
You what?
I'll rub my eyes,
Oh, okay.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I'll tell him about my trip to Limbo.
oh, this is a good one.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell him about the valley and how I met a man named Virgil, and he led me through up to the second level of hell, and then he led me back to the front door of limbo, and then I got this fancy red robe, and I'll go on for like a good hour, 2 hours.
I listened to all that.
Awesome. And that's what Antonio will walk down to.
There's a man of the hour just as we speak.
Ah, Antonio, your friend is quite interesting.
I'll see you up and get a big grin on my face. Come clumping over. Mr. Van Ooms, what a pleasure it is to see you. I did not expect you to make the trip to our provincial town in the middle of nowhere.
Well,
Why
Klaus
not?
convinced me it was worth my while to come.
Amazing. He is a good man. He has saved my hide more than once, to be sure.
Yeah, he has me as well.
So, my old friend, I say as I put my hand on his shoulder and give him a squeeze. What is it that brings you to our town? Is it the items that I had mentioned?
Indeed, I've come to collect them.
Ah, wonderful.
And I have brought payment.
Fantastic. What time of day is it now?
Dinner time. Luciana's still up to her elbows plating food and making more food.
Okay. Shall we collect them after we've had our meal?
Certainly. Let's go over the list one more time.
Of course.
So, what items? Hold on a second. Let me pull up a calculator. What items do you have on that list?
Okay, so I have. Let's see here. Where's it at? Okay, so I have the scroll of secrets of self-change in Chinese.
Oh, yes. Okay.
There's a golden needle with no discernible properties. I suspect it is cursed. In fact, I'm sure all of the items are cursed, but it just makes their value more for some.
Okay.
There is, that's the golden needle. There is a diamond that radiates a sense of a mystical aura with a cuneiform tablet that accompanied it. The tablet is
You had
cracked.
all these things. These are interesting. You're giving these away?
Oh, you want nothing to do with these, believe me. They would
Hang on a second.
rot
Where
your
is...
soul from the inside. Okay, so I got the page numbers if you want them.
Yeah, I'm just looking for my book. Hold on a second. Apparently, I
Sure.
put it away here. Right. Give me the page number for that diamond.
Okay, so you want the book for? You want to go back to the top and?
Nope. From the
Okay,
diamond.
so from the diamond, it is page 35C.
Okay. Okay. Carry on.
There is a ring that grants you great protection, but at the cost of all food touching in your vicinity and any that touch your lips rotting into uselessness.
What is the reference for that one?
Page 39O.
Okay.
There's another book that poisons the reader as they read it. It is called, what is it called again? I can't remember the exact name.
The
Deadliest
greatest.
poison.
Yeah,
Something
the
like that.
Deadliest Poison, right. That's
What's
page 30D.
30D? Let's see. Okay.
There's a book in Latin, it's page 33N, that allows one to travel with their party at great distances, but at great cost to health and well-being if you're not prepared.
33N, right?
N, correct.
Okay.
There is a book called I Am the Gate. It's page 33M. I have not looked into it too much after the experience I had with the Greatest Poison. I have not read any of them. I
Okay.
just assume from they are all cursed in some way. There is a book called The Hypothesis on the Nature of Reality, page 37J.
Okay.
I think J is the room that it was in, so you just need the page number probably.
I got it. No
But
worries.
anyways,
No,
so there
that
is
helps. Yep.
there is a scroll in ancient Greek. It is something about a ritual of blood sacrifice, page 38.
Ah, this one. Okay. Okay. It's
38 and
series of scrolls. Yeah.
yes. There's
Okay.
another book written in ancient Greek. It is about increasing one's vigor. It's page 35E.
Okay. 35. E. Where's my fucking dice, dickhead? Don't take any more. Where are they? Sorry. Cat's trying to take more of my dice. I will smack you. Where are my dice? I'm missing a D4 and a D10.
You don't need those dice.
All right. Let me see here again.
Maybe she wants to roll the dice herself.
Okay. Got it.
She's got a game of Cthulhu to play.
Anything else?
Yes, there's one last book. It is called The Universal Solvent. It is in ancient Greek. That's page 34A.
Okay. Got it.
Oh, there's also there's also a spearhead. Oh no, we put that in the cursed items. It's not on my list here, but
Oh, the
that
spear.
the spearhead. There's a spearhead said to be very possibly be the spearhead that a Roman centurion used to end the life of Christ.
Very good. Yes. I will give you 25,000 silver pieces. And I will take the goods back with me.
Fascinating. Excellent.
Tomorrow.
Nice. That's 500 gold.
Mr. Wilcox, sir. I will need rooms for my people.
Yes. We will arrange that. Free of
It's rather
charge.
small.
How many rooms do you have?
Well, the soldiers are probably welcome to sleep down here in the common room. We have. They're like, how many rooms are upstairs? Well, I'm not going to give up my room.
8 plus your room.
So we have.
And how many people can get into one room? Like 2 per room, probably.
Well,
Yeah,
if they're intimate, if they don't mind sharing a bed.
4 of them are currently being used, so half of them are being used.
So you only have 4
so
rooms
definitely
left.
leaves room for Giles.
Yes, Jill's Darius will need a room.
Mm-hmm. And there'll be room for you.
No, I won't need a room.
Oh, okay. But then there's only 3 extra rooms, but there's plenty of room in the common area here. Well, I'm acting like I am the owner.
No,
My
it's fine.
apologies, Nigel.
Yeah, I don't. It's up to. We can. I mean, you own as much as I do.
Right, but there's the room that the
If the
brothers
men,
are probably sharing.
oh yeah, the brothers are sharing a room as well.
So there's 3 spare rooms then. 1 for Giles, 2 for. I guess there's probably some captain that can have a room.
I
The rest
can
can
move
just
the
slug
brothers
it.
out for the night. How long are you staying?
Oh, we'll be leaving tomorrow morning.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the Medina brothers to give up their room
For who?
for whoever needs it. Or do we have enough?
There's 10 guards altogether.
Yeah, there's 10 guards altogether. So the captain got a room. So there's 1 room and 9 guards.
Right. Yeah, they can sleep on the ground floor. They're probably used to stuff like that.
Fair enough.
It's
Okay.
inside, out of the rain. The ground is clean. There's a fireplace. I'm
Indeed.
sure one of the rooms might already be spoken to for as well. Well, actually, the other two rooms are probably already spoken for. There's 4 spare rooms. We have the minstrel and her companion, Gail,
Oh yeah, shit.
as well as that one traveling merchant.
That's a fair point. So yeah, you really have no spare rooms. You have a room for Gilles.
Mhm. And a room
Everybody
for
else.
the captain, because I'm sure the Yolanda and Gail are going to double up.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell the brothers,
Yeah, the brothers can.
you got to sleep in the stables tonight. Get out.
Yeah, but people could sleep in the actual bar because we can provide a blanket.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, everybody else.
That whole common area. We
Well,
can move tables out of the
some of the
way. Plenty of
soldiers will be,
space.
or some of the guards will be staying with the wagon as well.
Right.
So the wagons.
I mean, I'd offer someone to stay in my room, but they probably wouldn't enjoy that.
Well, that's right. You have a room downstairs. I was counting you
Nobody's
up in the upper
staying in the
rooms.
basement
Yeah,
with you.
I'm in the basement. With
So that's
the,
4 rooms that are being used then. I'm guessing because the brothers, are they both have separate rooms or they're sharing a room?
Yes, they share a room. Don't know.
You can just have like extra bedding, like an extra bed pulled into there,
or
or
a bunk
in there
bed.
for them, or like a
I
bunk.
will volunteer my room. This man is a guest and a dear friend. So
Who are
I'll
you
give up my
volunteering your room
room.
for?
Oh yeah, I'll volunteer my room
For who?
for whoever needs it.
Okay. Sure. No problem then. Cool.
We're all squared away.
All right. That'll keep you busy all night, Luciana, again, cleaning up and stuff and trying to arrange extra pillows and blankets if you can find them for people. And yeah.
If they want to chat with Yolanda and Gail when she takes a break.
Oh,
She might just shove some hay in like some sacks so people can use them as pillows or whatever. Don't know.
yeah.
Probably bedrolls.
Gail would definitely be interested in talking to you. She'd say, Antonio,
Yeah.
what happened? Oh shit. Hold on a second. I just had to retcon something. Sorry. Yoop is going to be leaving the day after tomorrow because he needs to do something tomorrow. Retcon
Gotcha.
that. They're staying an extra day. But anyway, back to
Okay.
Gail. So, what happened to Bussard and Margaret? I think it was Margaret, or was it
Kind of look
Dorothy?
around.
Whatever her name was.
Were you here when things got especially bad?
No, I bugged out when they were. I don't know. They just started to act weird one day.
Would you like to? I look around again. Would you like to know the real truth, or would you like to know? And I make air quotes the truth.
The real truth.
Very well. Bossard and his wife were not who we thought they were.
I knew
They
them for
were,
years. They were like a mother and father to me almost.
Indeed, they did seem rather great people until they invited a snake cult into town to murder everyone. They were not entirely human.
What do you mean?
When a man comes at you with serpents spilling from his gut, you can't imagine how terrifying that is. When his wife's arms extend like a python to crush and rip at a man, well, be glad you left when you did. Not
Jesus
everyone survived.
Christ, it sounds absolutely horrible.
It was indeed. We have put them to rest. They were very generous as well, I say louder. Yes, they after the troubles, they decided to sell the inn to us, and they have gone back to France with their 2 boys. that they had just recovered.
Well,
They were lucky to get out, and I look at her sternly.
it's good to see that this place is in good hands.
Indeed.
Luciana, she's nice.
She is very nice, yes. She is the brother of Antonio. Or, excuse me, she's the brother of Gio, as you knew him.
She's the sister, I assume you mean.
The
Yes.
sister, right. Her brother was Antonio, is what I meant to say, or was Gio de Silva.
And where's he?
He did not survive the cleansing of the cult. He rests upon the hill with a good Christian burial.
The church? Who burned that down?
The cultist did so.
I can't believe I knew those people for so long.
I can't believe it either. They were perfect in their disguise. There were others, I suspect, that were involved as well, but who knows if there were long-term conspirators or not. We still have not located that worm-like man who used to live in this shack by the church. I believe he had something to do with this, but he has vanished.
Deacon
I will find him
Gurnett.
Indeed. I will find him one day, and I will ask my questions, and I will give him justice if it's needed.
And Frederick Randall?
Also victims of the cult. My apologies.
Those poor boys.
Indeed. I see, though, you met up with your good friend, Ms. Yolanda.
Oh, I've known Yolanda for years.
It's good that she is taking you in with her.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. She's still, I mean, we just travel around pretty much the same area. We don't travel much beyond Lincolnshire anyway. I don't know. Maybe if, well, we're going to be around for a while. Maybe if Luciana needs some help, she could use the hand of another woman around the house, maybe.
Indeed. I'm sure she would be most grateful for that. And at your old salary as well. Unless it was not as good as what you're making now, we could always discuss that. I'll put in a good word for you.
I thought Nigel owns this place and Luciana.
Nigel and Luciana do own the place, yes, of course, but I consider myself a benefactor. I did broker their deal.
I understand.
I wink at her.
And she'll smile and order more drinks.
Wonderful.
Anything? Oh, yes. Joop Van Ooms would like to speak to you briefly, Antonio. He'll kind of gesture to you to sit down next to him. He like pats the chair next to him, and he leans over, and he says, "Our dear friend Klaus has requested that I paint your portrait."
Oh my, that is an honor. I'm not sure what to say.
Well, I think the best thing to say would be yes.
Far be it from me to tell an artist what to paint and what not to. I would be overjoyed to say for you.
Tomorrow, then? Do you have any plans?
Indeed. None at this time.
I will lead you for the day. We should be
wonderful.
Finished. We can we can take a break for lunch. We can start after breakfast, and I'm sure we'll be finished before dinner.
Of course. I'd be happy to.
What setting would you prefer?
Oh, I am.
You are, after all, the closest thing to a native that I know here.
A native from across the way, across the channel,
says the Dutchman to the Italian in the small Lincolnshire village.
Right.
Which is in an inn owned by like a Spanish family and
and an Englishman.
And an Englishman, Mr. Nigel Wilcox, adding that English authenticity to the whole thing,
Indeed.
legitimacy.
Weak chin and all. No, I'm kidding.
I'm a bad example of a typical Englishman.
Anything anybody else wants to finish on the night of the 11th? No.
Me and Hobbs.
Well, you and Hobbs have a date.
Yeah, I want to talk to Klaus before I go on my date.
Okay. Sure. I'm sure
In
Klaus
private,
is
of course.
readily available. Yes.
He probably would be down by now. Like before, he was like praying and then, changing clothes and showering and everything since he had that whole long ass trip.
Okay. Fair enough.
All
So,
right.
I mean, this is after dinner and all.
Where would he want to take the picture at? That's a good question. Perhaps, I guess, in my room. As I'm a scholar, there are.
Yeah.
Do that there after we've retrieved your items from the location where they're at.
Or, if you wanted to be really underground about it, no pun intended,
You could do it in my lab.
you could do it in your lab or your library. Do it by torchlight or something, or lantern light or something.
I have just the place. I know exactly where we can do that.
Perfect. And that way Nigel
Right.
could still study if he wanted to or whatever, without being in the way. So Hobbs, you seek out Klaus after dinner. Yes.
Yep.
Well, he's downstairs in the common room anyway. So.
All right. I'll pull him aside. Klaus, can I speak to you for a moment?
Of course, you haven't done any mischief lately, have you?
Oh no. Well, maybe tonight.
Okay, just try to be careful. We do have a visit tonight, so.
Well, I have a favor to ask you, actually.
What is it?
Would you be able to cast one of your magics on me? A blessing spell.
I would be more than happy to, but if we're gonna do that, let's go to my room so people don't see me using magic here.
Of course.
Anything else you need?
You've always been a grand friend, Klaus. I'll pat him on the back.
Oh, thanks. I do appreciate it.
Come. Let us not waste. I have a date to attend to.
Okay. Cast bless. Yeah, give us a roll there.
As many blesses as you can, kind sir.
I don't know if it works that way. You gotta ask.
Do you have bless memorized? Or prepared for the day?
Yeah, actually, did just in case.
Okay. And how many? Oh yeah, it only counts once anyway. You can't accumulate them.
Yeah, right. You can cast them more than one. I mean, it just would change the number.
Mm-hmm. It resets the number to base 0 before you make the roll again. Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, so it's 10 points.
Good.
That's a hell of a blessing.
I'm gonna cast shield on myself while I'm waiting for him.
Whatever you do, just like I said, be careful. Don't hurt nobody, and don't summon any demons.
No.
I know bless lasts until sunrise.
Trust me, friend. I think I'll be more in a defensive position tonight, and then I'll move my cape or robe flamboyantly, and I'll walk down the stairs outside.
Sweet.
Good night.
Okay. You're going to cast shield on yourself, you said, Nigel?
Yeah.
How long does that last?
20 minutes.
Okay.
2 turns.
Cool. And what does it do?
Gives me an AC 19 against missile attacks.
Cool.
And I would take 1 less point of damage.
Does it make like a magical shield appear or anything, or what?
It just says you can command objects racing towards you to stop.
Okay, cool. I just want to know how that worked. Okay, cool. Very cool. You're like Neo.
Yeah, so Come on, Hobbs. Let's go to the woods. You know the place.
Of course. Lead on, good friend.
And we go to that spot
Go
where we
back to the
went
same
before.
spot where Summon Force still has the blood stains from the dead horses.
Yeah, the spot where you summoned the
Well,
thing.
blood stains are probably not as bad as they used to be, right? Because it's been like
It's
8 days.
spot where you tried to murder me.
Oh, are we still on it?
I just want you to know I have those powers too now.
I would hope so.
I'm going to show you. And I'm like, Inspectus, come to me, your master.
And this golden retriever-sized spider-like thing, but with like more like an insectoid outer skeleton, exoskeleton. It's kind of like a cross between a spider and a beetle. Comes crawling out, and it says, "Yes, master. What would you have me do?"
Mine was bigger.
Yeah, but yours crawled and was limp with a slimy tail. This is much more vicious looking.
The size of a
Balls.
small dog. Mine was a mighty hellhound.
Well, I mean, we can see how good it does, but I don't want to. I don't want to hurt you.
Oh. Well, what can it do?
It can kill at command.
Any old beast could do that. It has to do something else to make it special.
It's special because it listens to me only.
Let's test it out.
On what?
Hmm. One of the farm people.
That's unnecessary.
Don't you
He'll
want to?
stay here in the woods until we ever need him.
Don't you want to know the limits of your power?
Well, I plan on, this is just the first of many experiments. I plan on doing it again in a few nights. See what else I can get.
Master,
What?
you have called me. What is it you wish of me?
Nothing. Go back in the woods and wait.
But you have called me already, master.
Yes. And now I'm telling you to wait.
Waiting was not in the terms of the agreement beyond when you would call for me.
Well, what is the terms of the agreement?
You told me to hide in these woods until you called for me. You have done so, and now I am here.
So one command is all I get?
The terms of service must be laid out what was the term? Very specifically at the time of summoning.
That's fine, creature. Be gone. I release you.
And it kind of twitches a little bit and goes into almost like a little crouching like stance, like it's about to pounce or something. It titters at you, and then it vanishes.
Yes, I'm learning as I go. But next
Ah,
time I'll tell it, serve me for life or something like that.
very. I'll start clapping my hands. Very, very amateur of you.
Well, I could give you what you gave me, about 5 or 6 magic missiles, and see if you survive that.
Ah, you bore me, young man. I'll start walking away.
Uh, Well, you're hard to impress then.
Okay.
But what else you got? What else do you have that's impressive besides your red cape?
And I'll turn around. Do you want to see?
That's a trick question. Coming from me.
Well, yes or no. There's only two answers.
Perhaps one day, Hobbs. Perhaps one day.
I'll chuckle and spit. Always the coward, Nigel. And I'll start walking away again.
How dare you?
I'll keep walking.
I think most of your power comes from hype.
just keeps walking.
Okay, I'll just follow him back to the end. Honking the entire time. I think you're full of shit.
I say nothing on the way back.
Good times.
Oh,
All right.
I mean, damn it.
Now we have reached the day of September 12th. Let's see here. Yes, Antonio, you said you had a place planned out.
Indeed. I will wake up. I went to bed early-ish, so I could have a good 6 hours and wake up and learn my new spell.
Yes. Oh,
to
yes. I'm sorry.
replace,
And of course, since somebody was asking, yes, you Van Ooms did sleep in Klaus's room. I don't know how much sleeping was going on, but
Excellent.
Well,
he
thanks for
must.
telling everybody.
Well, I mean, it's a small inn. His rooms aren't exactly soundproof.
But I would like to get up early also, so that way I can talk to Antonio before he gets his painting.
Okay. So sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your preparations, Antonio.
That's fine. I would have gone to bed at like 11-ish, so I can wake up around 5, spend 2 hours studying that new spell, so
Very
I'd be
cool.
ready to go by 7. Then head on down for breakfast and wait for Yoop. And if the brothers are there, ask them to prepare a couple of lamps
You
and
went to.
oil.
Okay. Yeah, plenty of oil. They got loads of oil. They got barrels of it. You probably went to bed around midnight. Probably went to sleep around 3. Probably gets up around 9 and comes down for breakfast. Luciana, are you doing breakfast again from the morning? What time do you start?
She'll be up bright and early,
So you're
ready
probably down there
to.
when oh yeah, you'd already have stuff starting up by the time
Yeah,
Antonio gets
yeah,
down. Yep.
yeah. She'll probably want to. Is it the girls are called Gail and Yolanda?
Gail and Yolanda, yes.
Yolanda.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
right. I want to talk to her about Gail.
she'll probably want to talk to Yolanda to give her a little bit of an extra tip for her playing of last night when she.
Well,
Sure.
she'd probably actually be the one paying you if she was getting tips.
Yeah, but hey,
You
she
did.
comes from a
You sold a
different
lot of.
culture.
You sold a lot of beer,
That's true.
so you're gonna give her a tip. That's fair.
Luciana comes from a different culture. She is.
Right.
She's very appreciative of that when she
Easy
gets her
her in.
breakfast.
Yeah, she'll be given quite a bit because I will give her 2 gold.
Whew.
Oh my. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Luciana, my dear, may I
Yes.
introduce to you? Well, I see you've met Yolanda and her companion Gail. Gail used to be one of the serving ladies at this inn before the troubles.
Yeah.
Um, she has expressed that she may be interested in the position again, um, that barring her commitment to her companion, of course. And I smile at Yolanda.
Well,
She says
I
no. She says
can.
I'm traveling, but I come through non-spec every week almost. So
Hmm, indeed,
it'd be
indeed.
good for Gail to you know get some work in and make some money.
She is also a familiar face. I would, of course, encourage customers to provide continuity. You
Yes,
understand?
and I am all about fair wage, and I can also let both of you sleep in one of the rooms upstairs for free. Use it as your place.
Wonderful. There are now locks on the doors. In fact,
Yeah,
that was a brilliant touch.
and
Could
you
even increase the price of a stay now.
and Yolanda, you can play any time here. You can play every night if you wish.
Fantastic. I appreciate that very much.
Yes. Well, sorry, I wish I could speak more, but Gail, if you wish to come work here again, be my guest. I
I
will
would
be
very
more than
much,
happy.
I would very much like that, Miss Medina. Is it
You can call me Lucy.
Lucy?
Yes.
Thank you, Lucy. Yes, I would like that very much. I'll start touching up the room today.
Okay.
After work, of course. Should I
Oh
start
no
now?
no 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 no. You can
Pardon me. Sorry.
start tomorrow. There you go.
All
Wonderful,
right.
wonderful. And I'll clap.
Yes. And she'll go off to she'll go off back to the kitchen to get on with whatever she stopped doing.
So I'll continue to chat with the girls a little bit. So the other two men who are working here are Luciana's cousins. There's Miguel, and there's Alejandro. And I look over at Yolanda and I waggle my eyebrows a little bit.
Nice. She smiles. Very good. Well, she says, I have other engagements for the rest of this week, but I will be back.
Wonderful. I'm so glad to see that you weren't caught up, either of you, in the whole fiasco that happened here just recently. I
Miss
was quite concerned for both of you,
Miss
especially having
Medina,
Gail here.
Miss Medina, if I could, Yolanda says, I think I might take you up on that offer, at least for a week, and try it out. Maybe
Yes.
you might want to call it some kind of a relaunching or whatever, reopening of the inn. We can make a party out of it or something. Put up some flyers. I'll see if I can attract some folks from other local towns and villages.
Yes. I do wish to be honest, I do wish to go and spread the word of this to into Boston and the local areas, just personally as well, to add that personal touch.
Indeed, indeed. Tell me, Yolanda, while we were trying to deal with the issues here, we had mentioned in several of the other hamlets of the area that we were going to Boston to get help for non-spec. We got some rather odd reactions. Did you ever hear of anything of the such?
Well, yeah, people started acting weird about non-spec around the time that Gail left.
Hmm.
They said that people were acting strange here and that it was like well, some people thought it was haunted or something.
Uh, so it was a recent thing. Okay. It almost felt like they had known for a long time that something was odd here.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people acting that way too. It's weird, right? It
It
doesn't make
is.
sense.
No, it really doesn't.
Sometimes I feel like I went to sleep and I woke up in a nightmare and I just haven't been able to get out of it.
Hmm. Well, hopefully we've cleared out the infection, but we'll be vigilant.
Well, last night was a good night.
Indeed. I'm so shocked at how many people were here. That was incredible. Clearly, most of them were here to hear your dulcet tones.
I tried my best. I'll do better next time.
Indeed, indeed. I would expect nothing less.
Miss Medina might want to make sure she has plenty of help in a week when I come back.
Mm. Well, she's got her cousins. She now has young Gail again, an experienced young lady. Unless, Gail, do you know anybody who might be interested in the position? You might want to discuss that with Ms. Medina.
I don't, off the top of my head, no, but
Okay,
I don't know too many people around non-spec anymore.
true, true.
Randy or Frederick, either one of them could have helped out in the kitchens, I suppose, but
Indeed, that is a shame. Well, we will find a way. We will find a way, of course.
okay, cool. Anything else on
Just
September
chit chat.
12th?
Well, there's the whole painting thing.
Yes, is the painting thing to come for you. What about like Hobbs, Nigel, Colin? I know
I'm
what
going to talk
Luciana's
to
doing.
Luciana for a minute
Okay, when?
in the morning after I'm done preparing spells.
Okay. What do you say to her?
I take her hand in my hands. I'm like, Luciana, my dear, you have done such a wonderful job last night. How much money did we make?
I have not a clue. One of the Alejandro is counting it.
Very good. And then I just want to give her some recognition.
Oh,
Good
thank you.
job. You're doing excellent.
Yes, and she kind of gives you a stroke across the cheek, the
And
right
I'm
cheek.
like, I hold her hand for a uncomfortably long time.
Yeah, she doesn't look very awkward. You doing that? She kind of just lets you do that.
You're a good woman. I'll
Yes,
let you get back to it now.
and you're a strange but a very nice man.
Why am I strange?
Not to me, but to others, I could see. But you remind me of a few people from back in Spain, and it makes me feel at home.
I remind you of a Spaniard?
Yes.
That's odd. I've never had anyone tell me that before. I guess
Yeah.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I'm assuming you have never been to Spain, Nigel.
No,
Have you even left England before, Nigel?
no.
Well, we must go one time.
England is it's a place of suffering and mud. I'm sure the rest of the world is the same.
Well, we must go one time. Once we have sorted
You
out
want to
what this
take me
place
away to
is.
Spain?
Well, not for a long time. Just so you can see it. It's a beautiful place.
How romantic.
Yes, yes. I better get back to work, Nigel, but
Yes,
we'll continue later.
very good. I stare at her as she walks away.
She'll
And
kind
I
of look
creep
back at
off.
you. She'll look back and give you a wink.
All right.
Now, let me see here.
Everything's
Luciana,
coming.
you the 2 gold that you tipped um, Yolanda with, right?
Yep.
That was your own gold?
Yep, my own gold. Yep.
Okay, cool. Because yeah, the bar didn't have any gold. So you made 88 silver pieces last night.
Okay, I will put that on a separate bar. um,
When do we cash out?
Now,
I'm being
Klaus,
greedy. We need to pay for expenses, of course.
I guess at the end of every month we'll kind of.
Okay.
Klaus, Klaus,
Yes.
30 silver that came from you. So, assuming
Wow.
you paid.
Well, I mean, I pay for the man's food
Exactly.
and their drinks, so yeah,
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
30
That's
silver.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say before this whole painting thing happened, I wanted to talk to Antonio.
Okay. He's a popular boy. He's working away.
Mm. Yeah, just having a leisurely breakfast, talking to the young ladies, my good friend Yolanda and Gail.
hmm
I don't think I met Yolanda. Have I?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
here
you
long
have.
enough.
Yeah, you've been here long enough. She's been around Nansbeck. You guys have been here, what, a year?
Oh,
Yeah.
Something like that? You've been here a long time. You've definitely met Yolanda. You didn't know that Yolanda and Gail were a thing before, but obviously they are now.
oh, no wonder the guys couldn't get it.
I think Jack knew that back when he was alive.
Yeah, he did actually.
Hmm. So, yeah, what do you want to say to Antonio? Go ahead.
He'll walk up to him while he's eating breakfast, and he will be you mind if I join you?
No, please, Klaus. Ladies, do you mind?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Wonderful. Please have a seat, my good friend.
Before he says, I will say good day to them,
They smile and nod to you.
and he would just be how you been? How everything going alright?
Oh yes, oh yes. I made a excellent, excellent discovery recently, and it will definitely be most beneficial to my continued research.
That's good. That's really good. I'm not gonna ask what it is, but I believe you.
Wonderful. Someday I may publish. We will see. For now, it's just knowledge for knowledge's sake.
So, you excited about this painting thing?
I've never sat for a portrait before. I've seen it done in the past, and I've always wondered if I would ever get the opportunity. But I've never been one to. I've never felt, what would I say, enough vanity to want to actually engage a artist for such a thing. But with Mr. Oops asking me to do so, it's quite incredible. He's an amazing artist. I'm most honored that he wishes me as the subject. Did you
Then
have
he would, hmm?
not to do with that?
Maybe, maybe not. And he would grab your hand for a second, and he would be, whatever you do, just make sure that it's finished. And believe me, you won't regret it.
You have to get kind of an odd look, and
Let's just say I went through a lot of trouble for this. Kind of.
hmm, well, if ever I can repay you, just let me know.
Anyways, let's see how the day goes today. It's definitely been really weird here, especially with all these people.
Yes, it's quite thrilling to see the inn hopping so heavily. I
So
fear there
Ian,
was.
where would I mean, not Nigel. Where would Juice be?
He's probably in the room. Let's see. This is in the morning, right? So
Yeah.
he's either in this room or he's come down for breakfast now. He might be
Well, if
coming
he's
down for
not down
breakfast
here,
right now. You
is
know.
it okay? I would tell Antonio if you please would excuse me, and he would get up and approach you.
Yeah, he smiles and says, "Ah, Klaus, good morning."
Probably give him like a hug and like a little kiss on the cheek and shit.
All right.
And then he would go, I was curious. I can understand if you say no, but I was just wondering if when you do the painting, if I could be there to see, see how it works. If not, if you need privacy, that's understandable.
Hmm. He says, "Well, I've never had that request before. I'm not quite sure that you would understand how it works."
I don't need to understand. I'm just curious.
Very well. Sure. Antonio's setting up a place for it now, I believe. He's sitting over there, isn't he? I was
Yeah,
just
why
going
don't
to
you
go
two?
sit down with him for breakfast.
Yeah, you two go catch up and eat something, and I'll make sure to get something, changed because it could be hot. So,
Just come down here in like an hour.
all right.
It's all right. So
And
you will walk over to you, Antonio, and the girls and say, "Good
Ah,
morning."
Master Venooms. Good morning to you. Please have a seat. May I introduce Yolanda the Red. She was our entertainment last night, and Gail. She is a former serving lady of the inn, and as I understand it, she will now be coming back to continue her employment with us.
Very good. This business will suit you, I think.
She is quite definitely an asset to the business. That is
I
for
see
sure.
you are quite the ladies' man, Antonio. I hope you don't feel like I'm intruding.
Oh no, not at all, not at all. They are simply good friends of mine.
Very good. And he'll sit down beside you and get some breakfast. And he'll have beer with breakfast.
Of course. Nobody wants to drink the water, that's for sure.
Nah, nah. I heard this town was haunted.
Well, are there anybody else in the inn here other than his guards?
Yeah, there's a few farmers around.
Hmm.
I'll
Haunted?
pick
Well,
a
kind of
number. I'll
lower.
say there are 12 farmers
Right, I'll
in
kind of
here.
like lower my voice and lean towards him a little bit. It wasn't actually haunted. It was infested with a snake cult.
Klaus intimated something like that. Yes.
Creatures with the semblance of men, but with serpents erupting from their bellies and arms extending like a python. We
And you took
hopefully
care of it?
managed to put them all down. We've not found any else yet. There were some harrowing fights, to be sure. I nearly died. I took a cleaver to the chest. Luckily, my good friend Klaus was there to treat the wound, and I did survive without losing yet another limb.
Is that how Cole died?
Unfortunately, no. Cole was a victim of one of the items that I have for sale. The poor man. I was nearly a victim of that as well.
Which item was that?
My guy leaning close and whisper in his ear, "The ring. The ring." It's
Understood.
quite deadly, especially in conjunction with the spear.
I see.
Because of that, those two combined are what put him down. The poor man.
Sorry to hear that. He was a good man.
He was indeed. We miss him gravely.
And Medina?
Medina was a victim of the cult. He is resting with Cole on the churchyard above.
And his family works here.
They came looking for him. He had some other dealings that were nipping at his heels. And they came to warn him of such, and his brother met a similar end and rests beside him up there. His sister came shortly after. Luckily, by that point, we had already dealt with the fiends that were infesting the area.
Ah, okay.
Poor family lost quite a lot here.
I see. It was very kind of you to bring them into the business here at the inn.
I could do nothing less for my friend, but to see that his family is taken care of.
And I saw Mr. Hobbs. He's doing well.
Indeed, yes, we thought him gone for good. But he appeared out of nowhere shortly after the unpleasantness as well. It was quite the surprise to see him back. He is a character, to be sure. He has much to offer and much to be wary of.
Well, I trust you're satisfied with the offer for the goods.
Of course, of course.
We could have
It is
our men make the transfer today. I've brought the money.
indeed. uh, when we go to retrieve them, if it would be just you and me doing the retrieving, uh, the men don't need to be far away, but I'd rather they not see where they are hidden, nor where the painting is taking place. It is in the same place. If that's all right with you. It
Very
is
well.
safe.
Certainly. If you say it is so, do you want my men to stand guard?
It would not be a bad idea for them to be around the area.
I'll bring half of them.
Very well. Now that I think of it, perhaps not. That might bring too much attention to the place in question.
Very well. Then I'll bring Gilles.
Excellent. He would be more than enough, I'm sure. He's an excellent man, that is for sure.
Indeed.
Glad to see that he is still with you.
Very good. Ah, here he comes down now. Gilles, please come. You'll get some food for him as well.
Excellent. Yeah. Join us at the table, unless he doesn't do that kind of thing.
No, he will. He'll sit down at the. There's 4 of you at this table already, so sit down on a table beside you and get food. And he doesn't talk,
Right.
so it's very quiet. So,
Can I sell something to Oops?
yeah, are you going to be downstairs at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Sure. You'll see Joop Van Oom sitting at the table with Antonio and 2 women, Yolanda and Gail.
All right, I'll come down and I'll say, "Good morning, Master Oops. I was
Mr.
wondering
Hobbs.
if you'd be. I was wondering if you'd be interested in a strange item.
Oh, what kind of an item?
Well, I just realized I'm in dire need of coin, and
Oh,
yeah, so I have much research to do, and then I'll kind of put my arm in front of him and I'll show him the fabric of my robe that's from another world and see if he notices that it's kind of strange.
Ah, okay. You're showing him this old cloak that you've got, this red cloak, yeah?
Yeah.
I see. Where did you get this? Ah, in Limbo, yes?
Yes. Very perceptive, master. Oops. This is fabric from another world.
What is your charisma, Hobbs?
11.
Okay. Yes, I might purchase that from you. How much are you asking?
3,000.
3,000.
It's one of a kind, master. Not of this world, literally.
No, 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 no.
All right,
I
I'll throw in these boots made from an animal also not of this world.
the boots and the cloak both, or the robe, sorry.
Indeed.
I will give you 10 gold pieces.
How much is that? Let me add that up real quick.
That's 500 silver.
Deal.
He pulls out a pouch and he pulls out 10 gold coins and puts them on the table in front.
All right. I'll,
Do you disrobe?
yeah, I'll disrobe in front of everyone. I'm not wearing anything under.
You're naked.
Yeah.
Naked Hobbs. Okay.
It's not the first time
Hobbs.
anyone.
Hey, now, no shoes, no shirt, no service.
Some of the farmers are chuckling.
Yeah, I'll take them off. I'll fold them neatly and then put my boots on top and set them on the table.
Okay.
And
Go back
I'll
up to your
walk.
room.
Yeah,
Okay.
Isn't
bare ass
Hobbs a
naked.
rotund man?
You got more clothes in your room?
Yeah, I think I have my old clothes.
Okay. Cool.
That's hilarious.
Excellent. Oh boy. The Medina Inn, anything goes, man.
Hey, word of mouth.
We need to get some bouncers in here.
Okay. So it's time for the painting, I think. Oh,
Hmm.
Cole, you doing rounds after your yeah, Colin, sorry. Colin, you doing rounds after breakfast in the morning, your usual type stuff, yeah? You there, Rob?
Yeah. He would probably go around, but and it looks like it's pretty busy, so he'd probably just skip that to
Mhm.
get rid of the traffic, you know.
Give
Don't
me a
have to go through all
D20
that.
roll.
Okay, let me get out my dice.
Or I can roll for you if you want.
I got it. Okay, that's fine.
What's your wisdom?
My wisdom. Okay, let me look at my sheet. Wisdom is 10.
10? Okay. So you'll see when um, Antonio and Joop Van Ooms and Gilles Darius and Klaus all are kind of going over to the house where you've been staying lately, right?
Uh-huh.
You'll see them go there. They've got like lanterns and stuff and oil.
Yeah, he kind of knows what's going on down there. I mean, so far as
Okay.
Oh yeah, I would definitely be on the lookout for Colin if I see him.
You might see him. Roll a d6 for me, Colin. What'd you get, Rob? You're muted.
oh, I thought you were having Antonio do that. Okay,
Nope, you.
sorry.
D6.
Okay.
Sorry.
You want to roll it? Just go ahead and roll it.
Sure.
It's
Okay.
easier. My finger
No,
ain't
you don't
too
see
big.
him unless he wants to be seen. At the moment, he's.
All right. If I don't see him, that's fine.
Yep. Okay.
So we get to the house.
Mhm.
Our companion, you've not met him yet, Colin. He is the sheriff of the area now. He was one of the residents of our home before the cultists burnt it to the ground. So he has been staying in the cellar because he doesn't like crowds in the crowd at the end in particular. So before we head into the another ground, the annex, please disturb nothing in the main area if you would. But we will not be in there. We will be in another place. And I climb down the rope.
Very well. Okay, and he'll go down too. Klaus, you're going down as well. And
Yep.
Gilles Rice stays up above. He's armed. Um, he's got like a kind of a big curved sword.
I would describe Colin to him because I can't find him at the moment. But let him know,
Yeah, he's
this is
not
his
he's
place
not
if he
trying to
shows
hide
up.
at all. He's just standing
Right.
around, like probably leaning up against the building,
Excellent.
outside the door, the frame that used to be the door.
Indeed. And then this way, please. And I walk to the back corner, and I kind of obscure a little bit and click the several bricks that are needed, and then push open the door. In here.
Okay, so you find your library and your laboratory,
Indeed.
and it's a little dusty,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, ashy.
Yeah. I'll go about lighting the
But there's no
braziers that are
fire
down there.
damage. There's no fire damage down here.
Nice. Yay for
The
stone ceilings.
yep, the
Good
booze and stuff in
construction.
the cellar look to be in good shape too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the casks are a little bit singed, but not burned.
Right. I'll go about lighting the braziers, and I'll say 1 moment, and I'll go to the back of the library there and open the chest and pull out that the last bag of silver that I had in there, and then drag it out. Here are the items, my good man. And I'll flip open the chest. Be very careful. But I'll pull. Well, there's no cloth I'd already pulled out of there when I yanked my book out of there from before. So it's just the books lined up, the scrolls, the items, all in there. And here's
Excellent.
the key, and I hand it to him.
Very good. I will have Gilles arrange its removal after we're done.
Fantastic. All right, and this is my laboratory. This is my library. It is not incredibly impressive, but I have hope for it.
Do you have any furniture down here for like sitting down on or lying down on or anything like that?
Oh, I'm sure there's like stools for sitting at the benches.
Mm-hmm.
There may be like a couch that you can take a rest on.
Okay, that would be a good place to do it.
Wonderful. How would you like me to arrange myself?
Relax comfortably. Put your leg up.
Okay. And I will arrange the pillows and lay back and contemplate spellcraft.
And it'll take all day. So you guys can break for lunch maybe or something if you want to.
Sure, probably buy like a basket with like some cured meats and cheese and wine and whatnot.
Makes sense. And maybe while you're breaking for lunch, then Gilles can get the chest up out of there and stuff.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Pull it out into the other room and.
Yep.
Yeah, let him haul it up and out. Oh yeah, I definitely close the door while we're in here too.
That makes sense. Okay. So, paints a bit until noon. He starts at the top and works his way down, you notice if you're watching close, yeah? And so when you break for lunch, he hasn't really changed anything so far. It looks like just a really good impressionist kind of painting of Antonio. And then after the lunch break, he paints and paints and paints for hours, like all the way up to about 6:30, almost 7 p.m. And he's finishing out the, working his way down, left to right, head to feet. And Antonio, you're thinking about spells and magic and stuff and plans for the future. And you just kind of feel yourself like lulled into a sleep. Almost like you're hypnotized, right?
Sure.
And Yoop keeps painting. And as he gets to the legs, Klaus, you see he starts to paint, but instead of painting one wooden leg on Antonio, he's filling it in like two perfect legs. And then as he's doing that, you can see Antonio actually changing to match the painting until his wooden leg completely changes into a full normal leg. His pants are now full two-legged pants, everything, even got a matching whatever slipper or boot or whatever he's wearing on his other foot.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
And then afterwards, the painting is finished, and Yoop looks exhausted. He says, "There, it's done." And
Thank,
you'll
thank
start
you
to kind
very
of
much.
wake up from your sleep. You were having a great dream that you were like running in a field or something.
Right.
And or maybe a vineyard, right? You're from Italy, right? Yeah. You
I
were
am.
running through a vineyard back home. And you wake up and you're lying there on the couch and you see Yoop and Klaus there. Yoop looks exhausted. His paintbrush is lowered. He's set down the, palette or whatever it's called.
Oh, forgive me. I seem to have fallen asleep. My apologies. I stretch.
Yep. And you notice right away that was it your right leg or left leg?
Left leg.
Your left leg. It's kind of clumsy as you realize the weight feels off and the coordination's off, like, and then you realize you have a leg and foot, no wooden leg.
I immediately pull my pant leg up and look, tear off my boot, my boot, and I stare at you, and I look at my foot, and I'm like, my word. Wiggle my toes, and I kind of go, oh my God! And I leap up and I embrace you, just give him a really good hug, and then I kiss him on the cheek. What have you done, my friend?
Roll a
Because I remember
roll a
those.
paralyzed save.
Oh, okay. Oh boy. Oh, I rolled a 17.
Yeah, that's
good.
not good. What's your dexterity? Oh,
That's
yeah, that's
well
good.
over.
No,
That's
paralyzed
over.
save.
Yeah.
Sorry, paralyzed save. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're a little wobbly, but you maintain your balance.
And I'm kind of laughing and crying, and I grab Klaus and I give him a hug too, and like, I can't believe it's a miracle. And I can't stop laughing and crying.
Right? What do you
Yeah,
think
Klaus
what do
would
you think of
look
this,
at
Klaus?
Jubes. Klaus would look at Jubes and he would be like, "Thank you very much. I
He says,
really do
"Klaus,
appreciate it."
the painting is yours, my friend. You may do with it as you please. I'm ready for dinner." And
Thank
he
you. And
gets up and starts to walk towards the exit, the rope.
Get it.
yeah, I
Wow.
think before we leave the room, he would
Actually,
look at
they would have brought over a ladder from Yoop's caravan.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think Klaus would look at Antonio and he would be well, now you know the deal I made, but I think we should put this painting somewhere safe just in case.
Indeed. Yes. Back of the library, I guess, is probably the safest place. It's the hardest to get to.
You have a painting of yourself in your library. That's great.
Yeah. Just put it on the very back wall there.
Well, it's nice to see you now in one piece again.
Oh my word! I don't know how I could ever repay you for this. Oh my! I'm still shaky and giddy, and crying, and laughing. I could never repay you for this. Anything you ever need, please let me know.
So, anyways, we got dinner to catch, so let's go.
Indeed. And I'll happily put my shoe back on and then pull it off and wiggle my toes a bit, and kind of chuckle and giggle and put my boot back on and realize, wow, they match. Fantastic. I'm gonna need to buy 2 shoes again for everything. Yeah. Wow. Let's have dinner. Wow. Yeah. Go up and go back to the inn.
Sorry, yeah. So you all go back to the inn. It's the 12th of September, evening time. Everybody's there, right? Is anybody not? I mean, maybe Colin doesn't come there for dinner if he doesn't want to.
Did you get the payment to me yet, or not yet?
Oh yeah, the payment's been given to you, so you get another
Excellent.
chest with money in it.
Excellent.
Actually, it's
That's
2
locking
chests, I
the.
think. I think it's 2 chests anyway. It's one with silver, one with gold.
Okay. Yeah. Lock those in the basement area there. Back in the old treasury. Put the coins that I had in there as well. All right.
I want to.
Nice.
I want to do another summoning at midnight.
Beautiful. All right. Hobbs, Nigel, are you both at the inn for dinner?
Yeah, I'm at the end for now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be at the end.
You'll also both notice very quickly that Antonio isn't limping and that he no longer has a wooden leg.
And he's all giddy and looks like he's been crying.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm still kind of chuckling and. Oh,
I kind of look at him like, what's become of you? What's happened?
as you can see, I met an angel.
What? It's horrible.
Oh, my friend.
Don't tell me you've
if
gotten
only you
religion.
knew.
You found Jesus?
Oh,
This is
no.
horrible. What are you talking about?
Ah, my friend, if only you knew. If only you knew. I cannot speak of it.
Oh, this
It
is.
is.
Klaus told me something about this.
Oh, did he?
Well, about your friend and his talents.
I kind of look at him a little seriously and say, I'm afraid I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay. We'll leave it at that then. I don't know what you're talking about either.
And I grin and laugh and and I hug Nigel and give him a kiss on the cheek.
Ah!
Drinks for everyone.
What are you on? And where can I get some?
Well, I'm about to order drinks for everyone, who's currently in the inn, and I'll walk over to Luciana and I'll slap a couple of gold pieces down on the bar.
It's a little bit quieter today. Finally, it's I mean, yeah, you still got what 15 people, so including himself.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's how many of you? There's Luciana, Antonio, Klaus, and the 2 cousins, and Hobbs.
Nigel.
So we're up to 20 plus.
Yeah, so I slap 2 gold pieces on the bar and I say to Luciana, until the money runs out.
Yeah, there's about 30 people in here.
Okay.
There's about 30 people in here altogether.
Excellent.
Not as busy as it was last night, which is probably a welcome reprieve, Luciana. You're still sore. You're still sore from last night.
Do we have enough food and beer to feed all these people? We don't have a supply coming in, do we? We need to take care of that.
Yeah, you'll have to arrange that probably with the locals in Boston. There might be something set up currently, and you just
we
work.
run
off
out
that.
of alcohol. We're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, you're okay for now.
Yes, we're fine. I am going to sort it out.
I think I'm going to carouse a little bit.
Here in Nonsbeck?
Yeah, just in the inn. Okay. Pay Yolanda to strike up a jig. Have some indulge and drink. Dance with Gail.
Let me find the
whoever else wants to dance.
Book for that. Carousing is in Broodmother Sky Fortress. I love this book.
Well, we stand to make a lot of money tonight, Luciana. I am up.
This is one of my favorite books in the entire Lamentations line.
Oh, Antonio Hobbes was quite the carouser.
Excellent. Before I do so, though, I'm gonna give Luciana my room key. Or no, I'm gonna give Klaus my room key.
Oh,
Both
wow.
the keys I have on me. All the keys I have on me. Please keep these safe. I plan on getting a little crazy. Unless you are going to join me in some drinks and fun and
Yeah,
celebration.
I will give the keys to Luciana, and
Okay,
yeah,
good
I'm gonna
idea.
celebrate too.
All right,
Excellent.
roll a d6
Hobbes
for
will
me.
join.
Roll a
Hobbes will
d6.
join in the merrymaking.
Okay, you're carousing as well.
Yeah, I got 10 gold to spend.
Mm-hmm. I got
All right,
13.
roll a d6 for me, both of you.
Nigel will refrain from getting drunk.
I roll a 5.
You roll a 5. Okay, so you can
Mhm.
spend 500 silver.
Okay.
You'll gain 500 XP.
That's 10 gold.
Correct.
I got a 1.
Wait, so how much silver are you spending? Because I'm just putting the
500.
100 for me.
You rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 100 for you. 100
All right.
silver pieces and
I rolled a 4.
100 XP. Klaus, 400 silver pieces, 400 XP.
Oh, Jesus, we're like 1,088 silver pieces. Holy shit.
You guys are having a big old party. And the place
That's
fills
a
up
lot
even
of...
more because a lot more people pour in from nearby. So you end up with like 60 people in there. It's crowded. Luciana, you're working to the bone.
We're
Think-
gonna be
I got
And
loaded.
that
unfortunately for you, Gail isn't working today.
Yeah, that's fine.
Where the hell's the new girl? Get her in here.
No. We'll be fine.
What'd we hire him for if not for these busy nights?
We'll be fine.
If I see her, she's fired.
No, she is not.
Fine.
If you say that to her,
You're
I
in
will
charge.
laugh.
You're in charge. Luciana, my dear.
Wait,
Whatever
am
you
I
say.
am I drunk yet? All
Yeah, absolutely.
right, I'm gonna wander up to
This is
Nigel.
after. This is well after dinner. This is approaching midnight by the time all the carousing's done.
I have like a pitcher of ale swinging around. Somehow my clothes have come slightly undone.
You're enjoying yourself, Mr. Hobbs.
Oh, Nigel, I see you're getting married soon.
What?
Tell me, when is the date?
You're not very funny when you're drunk, Mr. Hobbs.
Oh, you're being coy, Nigel. Come on, spit it out. I want to attend the wedding. I'll be your best man.
Well, if I ever get married, I'll let you know. You got the job.
And I look over to Luciana. Luciana, come on. You're going to make a man out of Nigel, aren't you?
I stick my middle finger up at Hobbs.
Wow. So soon then.
I'm no fool. She's just toying with me. All the men want her. It's nothing to her. She's my business partner, though. And without her, I wouldn't even have this in because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I'm going to
I just come down and play manager once in a while. But
I'm going to start dancing a strange dance. And
Oh,
I
yeah?
say, oh, I remember when Luciana used to run around town naked.
what?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Mr. Hobbs, you better watch it. You not speak ill of the lady.
Oh, it's just a story I heard from her brother.
That's funny.
Ah,
Are you
Is
gonna
the
sing?
bar
Are
here?
you gonna sing a song about it, Hobbs?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say, Bard, strike up a song.
Yeah, is there music playing in here?
No, the
Yeah.
bard's not here tonight.
Ugh, what kind of party is
Oh.
this?
Good English
She left
drinking
today.
song.
I'm probably loudly singing, drinking Italian drinking songs.
I'm gonna pull up Antonio. Come on, we need to celebrate.
Indeed, haha! And
Uh,
throw my arm over Hobbs' shoulder and smash my jar of ale into his, or my
I'm
pint
gonna
of ale
pull,
into
I'm
his.
gonna
And
pull Nigel in. Come on, married man.
I had pat them on the shoulder and I'm not getting drunk though. I'll have a couple drinks. Yes, to Antonio's new leg of flesh.
shh. I put my finger over Hobbs' mouth, like and push it in like uncomfortably.
Hobbs' mouth.
You mean
I
Nigel's
didn't.
mouth?
I didn't say
Nigel's
anything.
mouth. Nigel's mouth.
Hits
Right.
Hobbs'
And then
mouth.
I'll pat him on the cheek. Shh.
Oh,
But
can
yes.
Oh, it's a secret.
Can you guys give me saving throws versus poison? All of you who
Okay.
caroused. That's Hobbs.
Oh boy.
Antonio.
No, I failed.
Klaus.
Good
Got a
night.
6.
Yeah, I rolled an 8.
Wait, is it supposed to be a D20? My bad. Let me roll that.
Yes.
rolled
They're
a
gonna burn
disappear.
down the rest of the town.
Okay, I rolled a 6, so that's weird. Okay.
Did you all fail?
I
I
did.
got a 12 and my save is 13. So yeah, I failed.
Okay. All right.
Nunsbeck.
So you guys get blackout wasted before the place
Mm.
closes at midnight.
Mhm.
Luciana, they are all three extremely drunk. Hobbs, roll a d20 for me, please.
All right.
Did not do anything
Uh,
to my path.
14.
Okay. Very good. Remember that number? We'll come back to it in a minute. But Hobbs wanders off out with a couple of farmers and wanders off out into the countryside. Antonio, give me a d20 roll, please.
All right. I rolled a 20.
Oh.
Mm.
Roll a d6, please.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's been bad.
I rolled a 6.
Oh.
Well, there goes the end.
Roll another d6, please.
Shit.
Yeah, now you're rolling to see how many people die.
I rolled a 2.
Okay. Antonio seems to go to his room to pass out.
No.
And Klaus, give me your d20 roll, please.
I got a 16.
You got a 16.
Oh, why?
Yep.
I don't like these.
Okay. No problem. I got it. So Klaus, you pass out, you black out, and you wander off out of the inn as well with Joop Van Ooms. Now, who all is sleeping in the inn after midnight? Not Hobbs and not Klaus, for sure, anyway.
Oh, no.
Oh, Merrick, why? Why's oh
But-
god, the dice.
Should I make a new character, Josh?
Who else sleeping in the inn after midnight?
Well, it would be
Both the
Lucian,
brothers. Gilles de Rice,
Holy shit.
Gail.
Oh, y-
Gale,
oh, shit.
Nigel in the basement.
No, I slip out at midnight for my summoning.
Oh, you did. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
You did slip out.
Shit.
Hobbs is gone. He wandered off somewhere with some farmers. And yeah, okay, cool. Oh, of course.
Remember, though-
Colin's back at his own house.
Luciana had my room key.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh,
It's fine.
yeah.
That's fine.
No problem.
I just want to point that out. Oh, shit.
A conflagration starts from the kitchen,
No.
and the inn goes up in flames rapidly.
Fuck's sake.
You have one action. What do you do? I better get some dice.
Shit. Oh well, did you say it'd be midnight? Yeah, when this happened.
Yes. After midnight.
Okay.
It said it'd be after midnight.
She problem is because it was busy. She might have still been downstairs.
No. Okay, then it'll happen later than that. We'll see. It won't happen till like 2
Okay.
o'clock.
Okay.
In that case, then
Good.
maybe we better go to Nigel.
Yeah.
Nigel, summoning. Let's do it.
Yeah, I go up on the hill to the old graveyard this time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear sounds coming from the church ruins. Sounds like
Really?
voices. Somebody's moaning,
Ghosts?
gasping in pain.
Who's there? I speak to it.
You hear Joop Van Oom's voice go, "Fuck off."
I fuck off and go deeper into the graveyard.
Okay, well the church is right on the graveyard, so I mean, anywhere you go,
I
you're
go
gonna
to
be able
the
to see
very
it.
tip of the end of the graveyard there at the hill.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
And I begin summoning the other world.
Yes, let's figure this out. What are you going for here?
5 hit die this time.
Oh boy.
5 hit die.
Yep.
Okay. Make a saving throw versus magic.
Failed.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Roll a d20, please.
19.
Roll a d10, please.
7.
Okay. Okay, roll a d8, please.
D8.
Mm-hmm.
1.
Okay, roll again.
7.
Okay. Roll another d8, please. No, wait. Yeah, d8. Yep, that's right. Sorry. What'd you get?
8.
Okay, roll again.
4.
Okay, roll a d100, please.
17.
Okay, awesome. Roll another d8, please.
2.
Roll another d100, please.
8.
Okay. Fuck, we're gonna have to write this all down in a minute. I'll remember that though. Okay, roll another d8, please.
4.
Okay, that's enough of that then. Now we get to domination roll. The magic user wins. Margin of victory determines how many d10s to roll to determine how many rounds creature break. Got it. Okay, cool. So this is a d20, right?
Yep.
And what
And I
do you
add my
add to
level.
our rolls? I'm just looking for where it says what you add.
I add my level. It adds its hit die.
It's more than that. Here it is. So the caster gets added his level. Yep. And the creature adds its hit dice and +1 for every bonus power as well.
Ooh.
Okay. Got it. What'd you roll?
5 plus 5 is 10. Oh shit.
Okay. So you go through all the motions of your summoning. And as you summon, you feel the rift between, the chaos plane and the world you live in kind of pull open in front of you. This being of just pure cold. It's just like blowing almost like a little cyclone blizzard thing happening right in front of you. And it comes out. I need you to roll a d6 for me, please.
6.
Okay. It comes through and it says, "You foolish mortal, you know not what you call." It says, "You have one chance. One of your comrades. Name them now, and I will take them for your inconvenience."
What? Uh, what do you mean by companion?
Luciana de Medina,
Oh no.
What?
Hobbs,
Oh.
the Red, Antonio
Yeah.
Valenti, Colin Frost.
Oh, fuck.
Um,
No, I
who am I
send you
forgetting?
back. I refuse.
Is that everybody? That's everybody, right? Oh, and Klaus Gray. You all wink out of existence.
Oh,
What?
God damn it.
Nigel,
Fucking.
you are left alone. Oh, the cousins are gone too. So is Gail.
Oh.
What about Antonio? Did he go as well?
Yeah,
He did.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All of his companions, basically all the main player characters, and I threw in a couple of the NPCs as well.
No.
What the fuck did I do?
And I guess that's where we end this session.
Is
Oh
anyone following?
crap! I was gonna heroically save everyone in